On.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. October 10th, Wednesday night to our big team call. We have Carl Daikeler joining us a little bit later. He's going to pop on at 9:30. The leader of this call, Team Fit Finances, Holly Hireman. Her team is here with Ellen DeWard's team, Team Play Hard. I love that name. The power crew is definitely in the house. See lots of you. Thank you. Thank you. Michelle Park's team is definitely here. I know that she's rehearsing now for PIO, so not sure if she's on. Shelly Himes' team is in the house. Team NSV is here. Keep shouting it out. If you are a new team that is just joining us, yeah. Toolin's in the house. Toolin's here already. Did I see Mindy Lawhorn? Stop it.
Mindy Lawhorn should be on.
All the OGs.
Yep, and we also invited Monica Gray and her downline as well.
Well, all the girls. The girl
Whoa.
Very cool. Let me just give a really short intro. I'm going to pass it to you, Holly. What had happened was I was kind of hanging out Saturday at Leadership, and I got a random DM, a random instant messenger, and it was Carl. Him and I have messaged before about, whatever, proving grounds. And basically he said, how's it going with your Proving Grounds Challenge groups? How's your team doing? And I said, we're building team. We're doing okay. He said, let's set up a call. So it was like two things back and forth. And I was like, is this a bot? Like, this isn't real. Like, and so I didn't know what to say. And I said, well, what time works for you? And he actually used my name, and we went back and forth. He said, how about the end of next week? Talk to Ellen. We were going to do it on Friday. Anyways, we decided to do it during the big team call. We had a couple different times going on. So there's lots of messages going back and forth. He's definitely very persistent and wants to talk to you guys. So he has another call tonight at 6:00 Pacific Standard Time. And he said he would be here at 6:30. So he has the link, and I just hope he doesn't forget because we're here. Holly, I know that we just wanted to start off the call. A lot of us are coming off Leadership, and I think it's real important just to kind of fill the teams in on what filled our cups there.
Yeah, you got it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so incredibly excited. You got every single time we come off of a any type of event, just the cup is full, right? And we're overflowing, and we have so much information that we want to bring to you. But I kind of wanted to kick off tonight, and then Ellen is going to take over for a little bit. Then we're going to shoot it back to Cam. We're going to go back and forth. But one of the best discussions that I think that we had while at Leadership was talking about how to level up. And so whether you've been doing this, one of the reasons I love this topic is because whether you've been doing this for over 10 years like I have, or if you're brand new, these are I've got 10 really good base guidelines to help you level your business up. And it's kind of like a good gut check too, to say, okay, where am I needing to take things to the next level? So I'm just going to jump into the content because I want to be respectful. Yes. Okay. I'm only going to do 10 minutes. So 1 minute per. Here we go. Number one, consider starting and completing nutrition and a workout plan. Okay. So now wherever you are now, whatever your circumstances may be, I want you to consider, actually you should commit to starting and seeing a nutrition plan through, starting and seeing a workout plan through. That is only going to help your business. Number two, find a success partner. I will be honest with you. This is one that I did not do, and I wish I would have done sooner because it has made just so much difference in my business. So that's number two. Find a success partner. And if you need help doing that, talk to your upline. I'm certain that they're going to be able to help you find somebody to do that. Number three is have specific personal development geared at the area that you can improve the most. So number one, if you know that you're not great at closing, you need to get a book about closing. If you know that you're not great with your personal confidence, you need to get personal development about increasing your confidence. Wherever area you're like, that, if I could do that one thing better, it would make a tremendous difference in my business. That's the area that you need to start doing personal development in. Okay. Number four, I want you to identify your magic wand. So your magic wand results, meaning if you were to wave a magic wand and life was perfect, exactly how you would want it to be, then what would that look like for you? And so a lot of times we say, what is your why? What's your reason for doing this? But no. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, if you could have everything that you possibly wanted, what could this business give to you? What would this business give to you? I actually want you to take a moment and write that down, or open a notes app in your phone. I want you to jot it down really, really quickly. Magic wand. Does that mean that you quit your job, you have more time with your family? Does that mean that you're paying off a certain amount of debt, vacationing, not stressed about where your next meal is going to come from, living paycheck to paycheck, whatever it is? Or you need to get off your diabetes medication? Magic wand scenario, okay? You have to have a driving force. If you don't have that strong reason why, then this business will be hard when it gets hard. If you have a strong why, then when the business gets hard, it's not going to feel hard. You're going to say, I'm going to keep pushing forward because that hard.
Hi, buddy. Hi.
Hey, we do need somebody to put themselves on.
Oh.
I got it.
Thank you. I know there's a lot of people to look at because he was off of mute. Okay. Number 5, identify a goal, whatever goal that is. Maybe it's a shorter term goal, a date, and then a reward for yourself. So goal number 1, maybe it's Success Club because you haven't hit it yet, or Success Club 10, or you have a rank goal, whatever it is, identify it right now. Just jot it down. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want you guys just to start using your brain and putting things in action. Identify the goal, the date that you're going to achieve it by. Okay, so because your subconscious mind is going to start working toward the things that you basically call attention to. And then number 3, what's your reward? Are you going to get a new pair of shoes? Are you going to go get a massage? You're going to go out with the girls? What's the reward? So just jot down those 3 things real quick. Number 6, I want you to dissect the goal. Now, you're not going to have time to do this one on tonight's call, but please schedule time tomorrow to do this. That means reverse engineer it. And I'm just going to give you a very quick example of what I mean by dissecting a goal, okay? Reverse engineering it. So here's an example of Success Club 10. Success Club 10, that's 10 points. All that is helping 5 people on either an HD product. You know, you guys know how to hit Success Club. So it's just helping 5 people, right? So in order to get those 5 sales, you'll need to multiply that number by 10 to 20. So 10 if you're really, really good, 20 if you're just starting out or you're working really, really cold market. And by what I mean by that is 10 to 20 different people, okay? So you take that number 5, you multiply it by 10 to 20, what's that? It's 50 to 100. That is the number of invitations and follow-ups that you'll need to do in order to hit those 5 challenge packs or HD orders, whatever. That might sound like a lot to you, but I promise you it's not. The first time somebody told me to write down 100 names, I almost like sick to my stomach. But then once I started writing, I just kept going, and I was like in the 300s, and this was before social media. I'm not even kidding. And I'm kind of, you won't believe me, but I am kind of an introvert, okay? So that, now let's take it even further. So this is just an example of how to reverse engineer Success Club 10. Take it even further. If you were to work 5 days a week, all that equates to is 2.5 on the low end to 5 invitations every day that you worked. That's it. That's reverse engineering. That is knowing how many people you need to invite every single day in order to hit Success Club 10. Got it? So that's how you reverse engineer a goal. If you need more help on something else, then let me know. Of course, rank would be something different. Here's tip number 7 on how to level up your business. Tip number 7 is to screenshot your business activity tracker. Take a picture of it every day that you work. Of course, if you're working 6 days a week, then do that 6 days a week or 5 days a week, whatever. In the beginning, I worked my business 7 days a week. I will admit I did burn out a little bit. I wish I would have just kept 1 day a week for not working. So that's the one thing that I would have done differently in my business. I would have just taken those extra invites and tacked them on to the other days. That's how I would have done it a little bit differently. So screenshot your business activity tracker, what you did that day, send it to your success partner every day for accountability. You need it. You need it. Everybody needs it. I need it. Number 8, get organized with your calendar, and I'm going to help you do this right now. I know that I'm talking fast, but I'm going to help you do this right now. The next 3 are going to go real fast. Are you ready? Pull out your phone or a note, whatever. I want you to figure out, literally write down every day that you know you can work your business. I want you to figure out Monday, what times? Tuesday, what times? Ideally, if you're new in this business, I would say block off a minimum of 5 to 6 days a week, a minimum of, I say an hour a day. And mostly because even if you are working a full-time job, you can still use drive time, lunchtime, break time. It's so easy to get an hour, especially if you spread it out into little pockets of time throughout the day, okay? But if you're able to do more, of course, you're gonna go faster. I always tell people, like the people who were able to put in double the amount of work that I was in the beginning, they made twice the amount of money, or they got there twice as fast, or 3 times as fast if they were able to put in triple the time. I religiously worked 10 hours a week for several years in this business. That's what you do. Block off your time. Number 9, we're going to set some reminders in your phone. I want you to take out your calendar, and I want you to set a reminder for number 1, the National Wake Up Call. Now, say you're not available at 8 a.m. Pacific time every single Monday. Then, okay, when during Monday or when on Tuesday can you listen to that? When? So if you're not available at the time, hopefully you know when, within your calendar, when you're going to be working. So I want you to take that, and I want you to put a reminder that goes off every single week. Say Monday night, 8 p.m. goes off every single week. National Wake Up Call. National Wake Up Call. Because that's when you do it, right? You know what I think something else? Second thing you're going to set, your reminder.
Holly, your audio sounds garbled.
Right now?
Yes, it just started. We're all having trouble hearing you.
Okay, I can't see the chat. I'm sorry.
It's good now. It's good now. Keep going.
Okay, so weekly reminder for the National Wake Up Call. Second thing is a weekly reminder for this call. So if you're part of Team Fit Finances or somewhere, you're jumping in these calls, set a weekly reminder for that. We're typically here 6 p.m. Pacific time. The next thing, a weekly reminder that you should have anytime, is a check-in with your coach. Just, hey, a touch base. Because here's the deal, like, especially when your team starts to grow, we don't want to feel like we're hounding you, like we're chasing you. It's your responsibility to come to us and say, this is what we did, this is what I did, this is what I'm doing, okay? So set a weekly reminder to check in with your coach, even if it's just, hey, just want to let you know, I've been doing lots of invites this week, talk to you soon, I'll check in next week, whatever it is, or I'm going on vacation this week. Number 10, are you ready? Still in your phone. Hopefully you set all those weekly reminders. I know I'm going fast. You have to block off my husband and I work our entire year calendar around events that we need to do. And the majority of them are, of course, for our business. This is our bread and butter. This is all we do. We work part-time, but this is all the money that we make, so we 100% support ourselves on all this. So we work our entire lives around this calendar, but I want you to know that even before I was successful in this, I worked my entire life around these events. Before I had money to go, before I was successful, before I understood truly the importance of really getting to a live event, I was like, well, somebody said I got to get to events if I want to be successful. So I just believed it. So here's the deal. I want you to put these events on your calendar. Okay. So we have Super Saturday coming up. It's October 21st, 22nd. So you don't have time to put it on your calendar right now. Please write it down and do this during your business hours tomorrow. The Platinum Edge, even if you're not part of Platinum Presenters, this is now open to all network marketing companies, other teams, etc. That's coming up November 9th to 11th. And you can find out information on that on theplatinisedge.com. That's an event that I never miss. In my opinion, it has the best marketing content that I've attended. Of course, Shalene's events too. I always go to her events as well. And we have another Super Saturday coming up January 12th and 13th. You're probably typing feverishly. The New Leader Conference, Alan's going to talk to you about that, is February 8th to 10th. The Success Club trip is coming up March 24th to 29th. If you have all these dates in one place, you're going to start to plan accordingly. And I want you guys to get yourself in the mindset, CEO mindset. You are a CEO. So let's start acting like it. Super Saturday once again in April 13th to 14th. Summit, July 11th to 14th. July 11th to 14th. Super Saturday once again, July 27th and 28th. Leadership, October 17th to 20th of next year. And the last date I have for you is Super Saturday, which is November 2nd and 3rd. So I'm just going to encourage you. Let's think like CEOs. Let's start crafting our calendar around the activities that are going to bring our businesses the best results. So I am going to pass it now over to Ellen. Ellen, take it away, my friend.
Okay. I have to tell you guys, I know Carl's coming on, but like when I heard Mindy Lawhern was on, I got a little butterfly in my stomach. I have like a girl crush. Okay, wait a minute. Holly, I think, can you mute yourself? Okay, so Holly, you guys, hi, I'm Ellen. Thank you so much, especially those of you who don't know me and aren't part of our collaborative team call. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight and sharing your time, your most valuable commodity. So Holly is in my upline tree, and she talked to you guys kind of about her takeaways from leadership we just got back from. And I thought I would just talk to you guys very quickly now about leadership, why it's the who, the what, the when, the where, the how of it. And I'm going to do so very quickly. So first of all, let me give you just a little bit of history on myself. I've been a coach for 6 years. I hit diamond in 86 days just because my upline set didn't ever act like it was hard. She expected me to hit diamond within 3 months. And let me just try to adjust. So hold on the recording. Okay. So my upline, acted like hitting diamond in 3 months was the thing to do. And she never talked about it being hard. So that's kind of what I did. And so I kind of set myself up early on that path. And so I think my second year of coaching, I qualified for the New Leader Conference, which I'm going to talk to you guys about really quickly, and then leadership. So I think I've attended leadership the last 4 years. So leadership this upcoming next year is in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Fairmont Resort. And I'm going to talk to you about how you can get there. So it is October 17th to the 20th. The New Leader Conference is February 8th to the 10th. And so that's the where. I think the New Leader Conference, at least when I went, was at headquarters in Santa Monica. And then what is it? So what's really cool and different about the leadership retreats is that, in my opinion, they're no longer trying to sell belief in this company. So like when you go to Summit, it's like fireworks and bells and whistles, literally fireworks. And leadership is like, we're already lifers. We're already in this for life. We're sold. We're sold in the belief of our products, the belief of our company. And so there's a different tone that that the messages are being delivered in. And so it's quite special. I believe leadership is the top 2% of the company. And you have to be a 2-star and have a few elite points, which I'll talk about in a second, to get invited to the New Leader Conference. So that should be goal number 1. Goal number 1, New Leader Conference. Goal number 2, leadership. And you have to, for leadership, be 5-star and have a certain amount of elite points. Now you can qualify for both in the same year. So you can put both on your dream board, vision board, goal list, whatever. You can put both on that, and in the pursuit of one, you can achieve both. So that's where it is. That's when it is. That's what it is. How to get there. So there's a qualification period. Let's talk about leadership. Let me check the time. All right. There's a qualification period. So the clock is going to start running January 1st for this next qualification for leadership. So we're in quarter 4. We're in fall. So we're in the home stretch of 2018. So it's actually the perfect time to talk to you guys about trying to qualify for elite and trying to get on board for leadership next year, because it's the work that you do in quarter 4. It's the work that we do right now that we start to see the fruit of come January 1st. So you actually, to qualify, you actually start really harvesting and planting the seeds now and harvesting them next year. So the qualification period is January 1st to about August 31st. So you have like almost half a year, a little more than half a year to qualify. And to be an elite coach, you need to have 5 personally sponsored diamonds. You need to have 2 of them from that year. So 2 of them need to be new. You have to have 105 elite points. This is new, you guys, because the goalposts to get elite change. They've changed like every single year, I think, since I've been doing it. And they change basically because our leaders and the CAB, the Coach Advisory Board, are monitoring trends and levels of success and monitoring all of that stuff to make these goalposts appropriate for the network for that year. So currently, yes, you need to be 5-star. Yes, you need to have 2 new diamonds, and you have to have 105 elite points. And there's 3 categories that I'm not going to go into in this short of a time because it's a team call in and of itself. But there's 3 categories, and they're different than they were last year. And one of them has to do with your success club and your personally sponsored success club. The other has to do more with volume, your volume. Your coach's volume, whether from their personal orders or their sales, but that volume, it's called acquired. They changed it to APV. It's acquired APV. Yes, they changed it. And then there's a new category called PS1 plus SC. This used to be called ATV, but basically this is any new coach that gets started off right well first initially, because we want coaches to have traction early on. So this category, and you only need 5 points in this category, means a new recruit is having some success club activity, like a point, in their first month of the business. So it kind of breaks down into those 3 categories, but I can summarize it like this. If you are recruiting and you are having success club activity and you're teaching those that you recruited to have success club activity. In other words, if you're productive in your business, in your time, because there's a lot of coaches that aren't productive with their time, but if you're productive, i.e. success club, you're productive, you're recruiting, you're teaching those you recruit to be productive. Those 3 things, if you're doing those things, this will happen naturally, organically, as a byproduct of just sticking to those 3 things. And in fact, I wanted to say to you, even though I'm kind of giving you the how-to, you honestly don't need to know the how-to. Maybe that will motivate you. Maybe you want to track your elite points, and you can do that, by the way, under the Monitor My Business tab, Elite and Premier qualifications. So you can check that. It updates monthly, I think on Fridays, and then towards the end of the year, it'll update actually weekly. And maybe you like to look at the numbers and see where you're at and track. And there are little spreadsheets you can use that the company provides that you can track. But honestly, if you just are productive, you're recruiting, and you're teaching those that you recruit to be productive, this will happen organically. I was invited to leadership without having one clue I had not one idea of anything about the elite program. I had no idea. I had no idea how to become an elite coach, and I became one. And it was just because I was doing those things. 2-star is such an important benchmark, and I'm backing up to just mention it briefly because it is your It is what you need to achieve to get to that new leader conference. You need to be 2-star, meaning 2 personally sponsored diamonds, 1 on each side. And you have to have a certain amount of elite points by the qualification cutoff. You guys, you know how like Emerald is like U+2. And you know how like once you become Emerald, those of you who are or have been there, once you become it, then you kind of know how to teach it. Like you know how to do it because you did it. You enrolled 2 people. So then you know how to do it. So then you could teach it. Diamond is, or 2-star is the same thing. It's like Emerald, but on a bigger scale. It's instead of you having 2 personally sponsored coaches, it's you, and there was 1 on each leg. It's you having 2 personally sponsored diamonds. And I want you guys that aren't there to know that that is such a monumental milestone in your business. You can be diamond and not be making a lot of money. If you've built your organization on discount coaches, you can be diamond and like make $18 a week. Truly, there's a spectrum. It depends on how productive your coaches are. But when you're a 2-star, you know, and I know income is relative, but once you're a 2-star, it's not really possible to be making an insignificant amount of income at that level. Also, that's when you start getting into the quarterly bonus pools. So 2-star is such a big deal. And then once you're 2-star, you've already helped 2 coaches become diamond. So then 5-star is the next natural progression. What else did I want to mention to you guys in recapping? The who. So I talked about the where. We talked about the when. You know what the dates are. We talked about the what. We talked about how. Who. The who is you guys. It is you guys. I mean, there's nothing special about me. Although, you know, everyone has their inner unicorn. Like we all have our inner unicorn. So of course, like that's special. I have a unicorn in me somewhere, but like, we are all like, you know, Holly's like normal. She's a normal girl. I'm a normal girl. Cam's a normal girl. Shelly's a normal girl. Michelle's a normal girl. We're normal. And we've done it. Like we've gotten those invites and hit elite. And so, the who is you. I don't want this call to wash over you like, oh, this message is for someone else. I want this call to wash over you like this message is for me. And so now, yeah, Dana, right? What the heck is normal? I don't know. So listen, I'm going to close and hand it over to Cam so she can kind of set us up for the next leg of this exciting call tonight. But in closing, I want to thank you guys again so much for your time. And thank you so much, Cam, for setting this up tonight. And this is the time. This is the time, end of Q4, to set your business up for Q1. Now, if you wait till Q1, you wait till January 1st and start thinking about your business goals and gosh, I want to be at leadership and gosh, I want to be at New Leader Conference and gosh, I want to be elite or premier. You wait till then, you've waited too long. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to sow the seeds, to put your foot on the gas so that you reap the harvest and so that you have momentum in Q1. Cam, take it away.
That was awesome. Both, I wrote all 10 tips down, and definitely 2-star, 5-star leadership is where it's at. So thank you so much for that. I hope you guys took a lot of notes. I'm really excited. I know a lot of people may not know me. And one of the reasons they're like, well, why did Carl reach out to you? What's the deal? Why you? I get it. I am part of the Proving Grounds cast. And you know what the really cool thing is? Roland, why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself and just give us a hey or an A. You know how you do. So Roland's here.
Hey.
Hey. So we have another Proving Grounds castmate too. So Roland's part of my team. He is on like the newer end of coaching. Kind of, I think this call is amazing for you, especially just for newer coaches. Kind of just to get a really good feel for all the possibilities and what can happen. And I'm going to have special guest Atulin unmute herself as well. Atulin is also in the Proving Grounds cast with us.
Hi.
I don't even know how to announce you, Atulin. It's just that you bring so much light to that set and we all know it. And that's just, it kind of is just that special gem of the program.
You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. And
If you're wondering why I'm here, because Carl's like, hop on Cam's call with your team. And I'm like, okay. So I reached out to my team like, Cam, hey, we got to do this call. So I'm here. But I'm super honored to be here because so those who are part of Team NSV, just so you know, I'm looking at all the names that are on this call, and they are my friends. They are people I admire. These are some badasses of Beachbody. So I'm super excited to be here. I was like, wow, like Holly's here. You know, I mean, it's like everybody's here. So it's cool.
It's like the funnest night ever to have a call. Like we could do it all the time, Tulin. It's cool.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
It's a party. So you know what I want to take away here? So we have 3 cast members on set. We obviously are in love with the Proving Grounds. We're all, we're really excited for Chris. We're really excited for the program. We all are equally vested in it. But because we're just coming off of leadership, one of the very early presentations that really stuck me was a girl, Ashley Laughlin, who happens to be from Pittsburgh, and we're not on the same team, but she talked about the importance of going with the momentum of the company and going with the momentum of launches. Like right now, corporate is like hammering out so much Proving Grounds promo material. They have the challenge packs already discounted. Chris is ready to lead a live workout. He's flying to LA, and he's going to be leading the workout from LA, which I didn't realize. I thought maybe it was going to be happening at his home gym, but it's definitely, there's going to be a live workout going on in LA if you qualify. So you needed to sell a challenge pack that first week. But if you sell a challenge pack now, or if you purchase a challenge pack, then you're going to be put in Chris's coach test group. And I know that's really what Carl was excited to talk to us about, and I'm going to let him talk to you about it. Tulin, you were in our test group with Chris. Like, I think it's just different, right? That experience that he provides.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
It's
hey.
Hi.
here.
Sorry. I
What's
just
up, Carl?
just finished another coach call, so I didn't want to interrupt you, but I've got a half hour, and I just want to make sure we make good use of our time. So, but Tulin was about to talk, and that's more important than me.
No, dude, it's all you, dude. We're good. They can hear from me later. Hey, Proving Grounds is awesome. Get in it. Huge wide array of fitness levels. I'm going to pass it off to the man.
Well, look, wow, I just got really big on my own screen. That's awkward. Hey, so here's the thing. So I reached out the other day to Cam, and then Tulin, and I just said, look, we got an amazing opportunity here, and we need to take advantage of it because this test group, this exclusive coach test group, is like the thing that's in the highest demand in what we do in the network, to be a part of a test group. And nobody has ever done the full Shift Shop Proving Grounds program before, which means we don't have the before and afters to represent from this program. And we need people to succeed with it, be what we call that first wave of people that go through it. But what I want to accomplish over the course of the next, call it 26 minutes, is that while I'm talking about this and about the way to go about it, that you are thinking about maybe somewhere between 2 and 5 names. Okay, I want you to just be open and have somewhere to write down somewhere between 2 and 5 names, because I'm going to ask you to reach out to them tonight. But I don't want you to decide on those names until you understand what I'm looking for. So because I want you to look at tonight, regardless of where you are as a coach, here it is, October 10th, regardless of where you are relative to Success Club, whether you're Success Club 2000 or Success Club -2, whatever it is right now, you are starting your business over right now. And just like I did 11 years ago when we were putting the network together, and Michael Neiman and this guy Chris, who was the original president, we were talking about what makes for a good coach. And I said, look, I want this network to be very different than other MLMs. I don't want it to be populated by everybody who's just looking for to get an expensive pinky ring. I'm looking for people who really want to help other people and want to be compensated for that. And so, like, it's funny because the guys brought to me, they presented the ranks. Like, they were like, okay, the ranks, the way we're going to rank coaches is emerald, ruby, diamond. And I was like, oh my God, that's so network marketing. Why don't we change it up and call them like butterflies, peanuts, and unicorns instead? And they were like, no, that'll never fly. So you can thank Michael that you're not called a unicorn or a peanut or a butterfly. But I thought it would have been fun and funny. But anyway, so we're like, wouldn't it be cool if when you just were a coach, you were just called a peanut? And then once you got 2 coaches, you were a butterfly. And then once you got the diamond rank, that was a unicorn. I thought that would have been awesome. And then maybe like once you got to like 15-star, you became a bunch of bananas. I don't know. So it could have been like cool. But anyway, nobody wants to have as much fun as I want to have. But so we went with this emerald, ruby, diamond thing. But we did agree on the type of coach that we wanted. And we wanted it to be somebody, we were like, who's going to be a great coach that represents what the nature of this business is about, so that for the long term, it's substantial and meaningful. So we need people who want to work for meaning in their lives. They are mission-driven people. And they want to earn an extra income in exchange for that mission. So let's look at who are mission-driven people who are possibly undercompensated currently for the time that they're putting into their jobs. And we came up with sort of this short list of 5 categories. Stay-at-home moms, overworked, undercompensated, just by the very nature of the role. Teachers, first responders, like paramedics, firefighters, police, military, and clergy. And so we looked at the Beachbody community and our message boards that we had, and we looked for sort of that cross-section of people who were big hearts, loved to help people. They'll help people for nothing, but they're undercompensated in their current full-time job for what they do. And so that's who I reached out to. Some of the original founders, if you look at them, stay-at-home moms, teachers, first responders, military, clergy. And now we also had a few network marketers in that original 41 or so founders, or 42. And the network marketers wearing cowboy hats and pinky rings, they left. They left very fast because they didn't want to do the work. And the work of helping people, and that meant being proof that the product works. But other people like Tracy Morrow, Robert Hudgens, Mark Briggs, they stayed with it, and they've done incredibly well. And now this is your opportunity tonight, when you, instead of being on this call and thinking that this call is the work, this call is not the work. This call is preparation for the work. And this preparation for the work leads you to the opportunity to start fresh, to add 2 to 5 people. I'm looking for you to have 2 to 5 names by the end of this call, so that when you click leave meeting, I see it there in the bottom right, when you click that leave meeting button, you're going to be in this room. Your room's going to be like, oh, it's empty and quiet again. And you're going to have the opportunity to get on Instagram and Facebook and go watch TV or get something to eat. And I don't want you to do it. I want you to tell your family, hold on, guys. I need 20 minutes because I've got to reach out to these 5 people that I thought of tonight. And why is that important? Because I think the names that are coming into your mind right now are actually people who want to be contacted. Now imagine the difference when you get on the phone. So here's how it could have been. Hey, Janet. Hi, how are you? I'd love you to be a part of an exclusive coach test group that I'm putting together for this fitness thing that I'm doing. That's a sales pitch, right? That's dialing for dollars. You're calling. But instead you go, hey, Janet, you're never going to believe this. Yes, it's me, Tulin. I was just on a phone call with the CEO of Beachbody, and he was talking about how he started the company and stuff. And he asked me, who do you know who's got a big heart, who feels maybe undercompensated, or would like to make a little extra money by the holidays, and then would like to be in control of her income and maybe be in a position where she could give herself a raise because she's helping more and more people. And your name popped into my head. Is there any possibility that that sounds like something kind of interesting to you? Because I don't know why your name came in, because he said write down 2 to 5 names, and yours was the first one. So My point is, it's a very different conversation now because you're thinking about this consciously about who you want to attract and invite into your team. Because I don't want you to just have anybody on your team. I do want you to maximize your opportunity, but I want you to have the right people so you've got a great team who wants to work with you. And when you put them in this challenge group, you're going to be teeing yourself up for the next year of exciting stuff coming, the 20th anniversary of the formation of Beachbody, because this is going to be a blockbuster year. Now, I will admit, this is not the easiest time to be selling health and fitness or weight loss in the middle of October. That's okay, because come December, leading into January, when we have Transform 20 coming out, that's when the wind is at our backs and it gets a little bit easier to do it. But you don't prepare for the NFL season, or you don't prepare to go to Broadway on the opening night of Broadway. You prepare in the preseason, you rehearse. This Shift Shop Challenge Group is an opportunity for you to get this 2 to 5 people trained on how this works so they understand how valuable the ecosystem of a challenge group is. They understand what the ranks mean. They understand what Success Club means. When you have the conversation with them about a challenge pack tonight, and they say to you, and you get to the conversation about, hey, you need to drink this Shakeology stuff that I drink. I love it. It's like filled with superfoods and stuff. And they're like, and you get to the point of that it costs $130 a month. And they're going to be like, what are you talking about? $130 a month for a bag of powder? I can go to the grocery store and for $40 I can get a bag of protein powder. And you're going to be like, okay, this is important. Okay. You're going to say, that was exactly my reaction. So you're not going to be defensive about it. You're going to go, well, of course. Why would you expect a bag of powder that you've never heard of before? Why would you think that was reasonable, that you pay $130 for it? And that's exactly what my reaction was. And, it's funny. The CEO tells this story, is me, about how it got started. That I don't like to eat vegetables. I eat like a second grader. I think pizza is the only food group. And so I like to eat a balanced diet of all my pizza. And but I realized, I'm not digesting well. I'm craving food all the time because I'm well fed but undernourished. I've got low energy and I'm lethargic. And I'm about 20 pounds overweight. And so I asked the team to formulate something for me. Turned out it was my wife who knew how to do this. She'd done it for big companies, but there was a catch, that we couldn't round a corner, we couldn't compromise, and it had to be something that totally raised the bar, that was going to help people with the real problem in their lives, which is not getting protein out of a powder. The problem in their lives is getting the phytonutrients, digestive enzymes, protein, fiber, superfoods, prebiotics and probiotics and phytonutrients that we're not getting from our normal day-to-day diet. Now, that's why it costs $130. But just like you, you've never tasted it before, and I felt the same way. But my coach told me, this is you talking, my coach told me, look, there's only 2 possible outcomes that I will accept from this conversation tonight. First outcome, the ideal outcome, is that you join me and we get into this test group, and that during the 3 weeks of Shift Shop, the test group starts on the 22nd, but the 3 weeks of Shift Shop actually start on the 29th. So you've got a week to do the quick shift program, get prepped, but then the 29th we go, and by the end of November, by the end of those 3 weeks, they could have lost 10 to 15 pounds. So option 1 from this phone call that you're going to make in the next 18 minutes or so is, one outcome is they do the program, they drink the shake, they feel incredible. You love watching them make these improvements and feel empowered, and they're inspiring their family. They're getting their family on track. They're inspiring people around them. You see their Instagram feed as they're being proof the product works. They're changing their behavior because they're surrounded by like-minded people like you. and they get great results and they love it. That's option one. And option two is they don't get great results. They actually don't love it. They finish the entire shake and you help them get their money back. And that's what you get to tell them tonight. Because why would they buy this shake without ever having tasted it before and have to be committed to it without the promise of getting their money back? We can't expect that of them. So you have to tell them, look, if it doesn't work for you, we're going to get you your money back. But I'm telling you, I believe in this shake. I've seen this CEO post every single day that he drinks this shake. I drink this shake. I've seen the success stories of people who their lives have been transformed. They finally started to lose weight. They weren't as constipated. They got more energy. They got less sugar cravings because they drink this shake. And I want the same thing for you. This is what you get to do tonight when you press that leave meeting. Because I don't want you to wait for when the wind is at our backs and Transform 20 is easy to sell to start building your team and then have to educate them about the way everything works. I want those 5 people, your Success Club group, to be up to speed and ready to go and ready to run when things get easier toward the end of December and into January with the next exclusive coach test group for Transform 20, and then Portion Fix, and 21-Day Fix, and 21-Day Fix Extreme, and this epic program that we're going to have coming out in July around Summit. We have an unbelievable lineup built for next year, and it's your job to attract people and get them started now so that this snowball builds. And I want this snowball to start building now so that when it really picks up momentum in December and January, you're not trying to pack the little thing together and start to roll it then. You've got a snowball of 5 people who are up to speed, and you're adding people so fast while everybody else who didn't make the calls tonight, who didn't try to get those 2 to 5 people, they're like, ooh, I better get up to speed, Transform 20, and then they're going to find out that we're already sold out of steps and it's too late, or those people already signed up for a gym. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, all this opportunity. But for some reason, these 2 to 5 people, their names popped into your head tonight, and you get to call them and say, I'm thinking about you tonight. Are you thinking about me? Because I think we got something in common. And I'm looking for people like you to help me build this business. And that's the point of this call. That's the point of Shift Shop. Shift Shop is perfectly positioned both as a great training program with an easy-to-follow diet plan and this powerful shake. We're in this incredible position for people to actually go into Thanksgiving and the new year feeling better about themselves than when they actually started it. That's our job. So if you're one of these people who's mission-driven, with a big heart, who would like to have control of her own income, give yourself a raise. Let me tell you something. There's no way to give yourself a raise unless you're willing to do the work for it. The raise comes from the work. And the good news is there are tens of millions of people available to you who want to achieve higher income and better health. Tens of millions of them within your grasp. Friends of friends and friends of family are just outside of your reach right now. So you just need to take action to gain access to them and have the belief and confidence that what you're doing is not about you achieving Success Club. It's not about what it can do to line your pockets. It's great that it can help you make money. It's great that that can help me. But the reason I'm on this call is I want to help you succeed. I don't get anything more. I don't succeed unless you succeed. And you don't succeed unless they succeed. You see how this works? So when we press leave meeting tonight, we got to get on this. It's not over when we press leave meeting. That's when it's just starting. That's just a part of the shift that you're going to make with Shift Shop. It's the same thing. You're going to shift your mindset that says, I'm going to reach out to people tonight. I'm not just going to be passive on Instagram and on Facebook. posting comments and doing things, but I'm actually going to reach out to these 2 to 5 people. And I hope, if you only have 2 names, that's fine. But I hope you got 2 names. If you got 5 names, that's great. I've been on calls like this where people are like, I got 20 names. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, stay up late. So, contact them, call them. Those names are coming to mind for a reason. And I suspect there are very few people that you could call tonight who'd be like, no, I'm not interested in making more money by helping people. That sounds awful. Or who would say, no, I don't need a more convenient way to get in shape and get healthy. No. The idea of drinking a shake a day to improve my overall well-being, digestion, sugar cravings, and energy, that sounds terrible. I just can't imagine that's going to be the response if you approach it that way. So we've got an opportunity here. We've got an opportunity to literally begin the first step of improving some people's lives if we take action tonight. Imagine that. That's why teachers who have this incredibly hard job, stay-at-home moms, it's like this 24/7, don't have to be stay-at-home mom, any mom, just 24/7 thing. And I'll throw dads in there too, because I'll tell you what, dropping my kid off at college was the hardest thing. Nobody warns you about that. When you drop your kid off and then you got to drive away and you're like looking in the rearview mirror and like, wait a minute, is this over? It's over? What just happened? We were supposed to spend more time. So it's hard being a parent, and that's not cool. Now I'm going to just cry. So I'm going to have to put my camera on pause. Okay, anyway, I won't cry. I won't humiliate myself, but I might just a little. Oh, bad. Okay, so she's in London. That's what's hard about it. Here I am. I'm in Los Angeles. And what kid wants to go to school in London? It's ridiculous. All right, but I digress. So we got another few minutes left. I can answer a question or two if you got them, but I'd just as soon have you guys go out and clobber this, because you're on the precipice of helping some people. As long as you keep in mind the money back guarantee, the realities of how they're going to react to a $130 bag of powder, and that's a completely reasonable response, and your completely reasonable response back is the fact that what you don't understand is that this particular bag of powder called Shakeology is worth it, and it's going to make you feel better and can do miraculous things thanks to these adaptogens and this density of this formulation, the way it was put together, and the synergistic complement of these ingredients really do feed your body better. And you approach it with that confidence and the backstop of the money back guarantee, and I think you'll be surprised at what can happen. So now we got to go get people in this test group. There's going to be thousands of people loading into this thing over the course of the next 2 weeks. You're lucky enough to have 2 cast members here who are going to inspire millions of people over the course of the next couple of years by virtue of this program. And everybody who loads into this challenge group, this test group, are going to be the first ones to just see their amazing work and then pass it on and pay it forward. So couldn't be more grateful to work with you guys, and more grateful to represent you as a CEO. So
that was awesome. Super, right. Super awesome. How many scoops of Energize did you have today?
None.
No.
Yeah, I had Focused Energy. I had 2 scoops of Focused Energy. I'm more of a boost guy. So because I didn't today was a day off for me. So I'll use Energize as my pre-workout, but then I use Focused Energy because it's a little bit calmer energy. So I put that in my shake at 10 a.m. and then I had my Daily Sunshine at 3 p.m.
You need that calmer energy.
I need that calmer energy.
I love it.
So
super passionate. Awesome. Thank you for being here.
No,
I like the call to action. I think that was the most notable thing that you said. Not only did you give us such great information, but we have homework to do.
There you go. The homework is to help people. The best homework ever.
Right?
All right. So go get them.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'll let you guys get to it. Thanks for having me on.
Cool. See ya. Bye, Carl. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, team.
Thank you.
We'll post the recording soon.